Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our first snark bait of 2026. It's Dark Energy Tuesday. We're back. I'm Sophie.
I'm Christy, and oh my gosh, it has been weeks since I have seen Sophie in real life. Like, it's very odd for us to go for as long as we have the past couple of weeks with not talking. Like, we've talked here and there, but
But not recording.
right. And we're back. We're better than ever. We just had a bit of a 2026. How are we gonna what's the show gonna look like? What's the tour gonna look like? And all of that is coming, you guys. If you guys don't know, we're going to be on tour. Three cities: LA, New York, Chicago. LA is going to be on May 15th. New York is going to be on June 12th. Chicago on June 14th. We are so damn excited to see you guys. We are pulling out all the stops. We are taking this so damn seriously. We want to give you guys the best possible show ever. And we can't wait to meet you guys in real life, truly.
We have so many tricks up our sleeves. It's going to be so much fun. We are so excited. That's what I'm looking forward to most in 2026, personally. Meeting all of the baby snarks out there. It's going to be so much fun. Christy, how were your holidays? How was Christmas? How was New Year's? I know you had a wedding that you went to.
Yeah, thanks for asking. I had a spectacular break. I am so glad that we ended up taking off like the last 2 weeks of the year. If you guys aren't already patrons, we did still load to the Patreon, patreon.com/snarkbaitpod. But it was nice to kind of just unplug for a little bit and spend time with my family and my friends. And Miss Mo was here. She's crawling around. She's really loving the open spaces because in London, obviously, they live in this tiny flat. But in my house, there's just more room. So she's been crawling everywhere. We've been spending so much time with her. And it makes me sad because to not, I mean, you understand this as well because
Hmm.
Miles lives far from you. I mean, still a little
Yeah.
bit closer, but still not
Yeah.
within like an
A
arm's
flight
reach.
away. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's so nice to see her because she's grown up so much since I've last seen her, and even just like 4 or 5 months. So I guess that's just like children, infants.
She's looking like such a toddler.
I know when you go, Who's this
Who,
teenager?
who's this teenager?
Huh.
Like she's like, I remember when she was born. She was
I
born like
know.
yesterday. It's
I know.
crazy. But they grow up so fast. It's true.
They really
It's
do.
true. Suddenly they're just like full grown adults, basically.
Yeah, she's
Like
so interactive now.
our nephew Barry, who we're actually in Turks and Caicos with, he's 4 now. And there's such a difference between like 3 and 4. Like he's a toddler one day and now he's like a child, like a real child. It's crazy.
And can you can interact with him, talk to
Yeah.
him, play with
Yeah.
him. It's so different. So it was really nice just seeing my family all together because Audrey lives so far away. And secondly, I was in Salem, Massachusetts for a wedding. One of my best friends, Emily, got engaged and now she's married. Interestingly enough, Emily and I, my first podcast ever was with Emily, and we talked about dating and
Oh my God, that was
relationships.
Shade and Fog.
Yes.
Wow, I had no idea.
So we've come full circle because our entire podcast was predicated on all the fuckboys that lived in San Francisco, and now she's
Yeah.
married to this guy that she actually knew from college. But the funniest part of this entire thing was at the welcome dinner, her mom came up to me, shout out to Terry, and she was so lovely, so sweet, and she was telling me how much of a fan she was of Snarkbait, or she is of Snarkbait,
Oh,
how big of a fan she is of you, and so bad it's good. And it's so crazy to see like real fans of the show approach you. And so many people at the wedding were like, You're the podcaster, right? You're the podcaster, right?
you're the
And
podcaster.
yeah,
Your reputation precedes you.
yeah. And of course, I was telling all of them about our live shows. I'm like, I better see you guys there. We're going to pull out all the stops. And it was lovely. Terry and I were really bonding, and she just had great things to say about our deep dive Thursdays. And yeah,
I
but
love that.
yeah, it was
Shout
really
out
lovely.
Terry.
But it was freezing in Salem. It was snowing 2 of the 3 days that we were there, so I caught a bit of a cold. So if my voice sounds
Oh
a
my
little
God.
bit off, yeah,
Same.
Sophie and I are just there's bugs in our bodies right now. How was your break?
It was good, but I was sick the entire time, unfortunately. And that's also as much as it is, just such a dream to spend time with nephews, nieces, little toddlers. They'll get you sick. It's like there's just always someone that's sick, and this time it was me. So I was sick basically the entire time. I still am. So it wasn't as amazing as it usually would be because I was not feeling well at all the entire time, fortunately. But I think I'm finally on the up and up. I was like
Yeah.
bedridden the day before we left, and then I just took medicine. I took Tamiflu, and I thought I was getting better, but no, I'm still just kind of like, eh,
Well,
not feeling great.
I'm glad you were able to be off of all work so that you could let your
Yeah.
body recover because there's nothing worse than going back from the holiday back to like the 9 to 5 grind and feeling ill. Like I'm dreading, I'm
Yep.
like, I just need to sleep for the next couple of days because I cannot
Yep.
be sick for the first week of the new year. And speaking of the new year, are you someone that does New Year's resolutions, Sophie?
Okay, so like not really. I always like will think about it, but then I never actually like have anything written down. Like I know a lot of people do like vision boards and they like write it all out. Like I don't really do that. I have a couple in mind, but what are yours?
I'm not really one who makes resolutions either. I did do vision boarding going into 2025. And interestingly enough, a lot of the stuff on my vision board did come true. And a lot of it was, of
Oh
course,
my
related to this
God.
business. So I don't know if that was
I love
coincidental
that.
or I manifested it or whatever. But vision boarding it seems to be a really good thing. But I think
Yeah.
my resolution is just like slowing down. There's just so much going on and my mind is always all over the place. So I think that even starts with like even walking slower. Like
Yeah.
I'm always walking really fast, I type really fast, I talk really fast, and I'm gonna just try to slow down physically and mentally. And that means just like continuing to start my mornings very slowly. I like to get up very early for the show and just because I
Yeah.
like to start my day early. I want to just start getting up at the same exact time every day, regardless of if we're recording or not, and start my morning slowly.
Love that.
What about you?
I think my main one I think is to like compare myself less. I think that that's a trap that I think a lot of us are stuck in with social media, especially. And it's true. Comparison is the thief of joy. And I feel like that's just something I think also getting off social media more often. I think that part of the problem is that I always justify being on social media because I'm like, oh my God, it's for the podcast. Like I need to
Of
know what's
course.
happening. I need to always be plugged in and scrolling. And it's like not healthy. So I need to just set limits for myself because it's obviously really bad for your mental health to constantly be on social media. It's part of the gig for us.
Right.
Where like what would the world do if we weren't reporting about what we see on our Instagram feeds? Like I know that we are doing God's work here,
No,
but
you keep up
we
so
need
well. And I have you to thank for so much of my knowledge.
we need to take care of ourselves though. So I need to, I think, just have better boundaries with social media and making sure I'm not endlessly doom scrolling, comparing myself. It's gonna make you unhappy no matter what. Nothing good comes out of spending hours scrolling on social media. So, and that's also why I think snark bait. I've heard from a lot of people like, oh, I don't keep up with these people, or oh, I deleted Instagram, or oh, I deleted TikTok, I deleted Reddit. And Starkey gives them that fix. So hopefully, we can continue to suffer on social media to give you guys the content you need so that you can delete social media and live life happily offline.
Oh my, sometimes I'm so selfish. I'm like, people were saying, oh, I really loved you guys' Patreon during the break. Like, I was glad to have you guys in my ears, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of wish I was a listener because we're so funny and cool. Like, I wish I wasn't hosting the show so I could listen and enjoy. Like, genuinely,
Oh my God, you're so
we're
funny.
just so great.
I know, but like I'm annoying. You're great. I'm annoying. Like
No, are you
I
kidding
don't
me?
I don't envy you guys for having to listen to me.
Our
For having
voices,
to. Like people don't have a choice.
no, our voices, we get it. We know their nails on a
Wait,
chalkboard.
what was the
We're
episode
it.
recently we were talking about how our TikTok comments are always like, not everyone needs a podcast or like make podcast equipment more expensive or something.
We agree. You know
We
what? We
agree.
agree. And we
It's
know
true.
that our voices are insufferable. And, if you're a hater, welcome. We're glad to have you
We-
here regardless. Okay.
Not everyone needs a podcast. We don't, but we're gonna do it anyway just to piss you off.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, obviously a lot of snarkbait related goals for 2026 have the most successful, fun live shows. Obviously, we have a lot of fun stuff in store outside of the live shows this year. just so much fun stuff, so many exciting things. So I think it's going to be a good year for us.
Me too.
Uh, okay. So I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Do you know what I'm going to say?
Of course, I know what you're gonna say. AETB.
Oh, I was not going to say that actually. I
Oh,
was
oh,
going to
I already
say
know. Sorry. Oh, my blood is boiling. Please.
CSKB.
My blood is absolutely boiling. You know what? If you guys don't already know, Chase Stokes and Kelsey Ballerini are back together, and I'm frankly sick of it. At this point, I'm beginning to think she's as weird as he is. Because who would voluntarily break up, stay with him for as long as she did, break up, make it everybody's problem on social media,
Hmm.
have him throw an absolute tantrum like a 5-year-old on his Instagram story saying, "Whatever you think, it's not true. I'm blocked." Whatever, it is what it is. Like he's so cringe. He loves the attention. And frankly, I think he is absolutely loving that everyone is now like rallying against them now that they're back on. And it's now official. He posted a grid post on his story. He has a shaved head and he goes, "I crashed out so hard again that I shaved my head. Time to be funny on Instagram again." You were so, I literally hate him. Like, what is that
He's
caption?
insufferable.
He thinks
He's
he's so funny,
insufferable.
Sophie.
I know he does. And I think you're right that it does say something, unfortunately, about Kelsey Ballerini. That she's like, yeah, let me just get back together with this guy who started all of this drama on his Instagram stories. He's 33, mind you.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like husband material. Let's go with that.
I heard something incredibly nefarious about him. This is obviously all alleged. And we talked about this on a Dark Energy Tuesday a couple weeks back, but I heard that Chase Stokes did in fact cheat on Kelsey Ballerini while he was living in Charleston. There were rumblings that he had cheated on Madeline Klein when they were dating a couple years back. But I also heard that he's like low-key like emotionally abusive, like he's not nice. It's always those men that portray themselves as golden retriever men on the internet that are the darkest of all. And I
Yeah.
fear that Kelsey Ballerini is getting herself into yet another whirlwind of a romance where he cheats on her and he's emotionally abusive allegedly. Like I just do not like him.
It's always the men with wonky eyes and lip fillers that ruin your life.
Who play 17-year-olds on a Netflix YA show that, to be clear, we both love, but he is not the star of. And by the way, speaking of Outer Banks, they wrapped filming on their last and final
Yeah.
season, season 5, and they were giving everyone on the cast like rounds of applauses. And of course, Chase Stokes was like the last one because he is the star of the show. And he took off his hat and he started crying. And I sent it to Sophie. I'm like, he's so lame. And Sophie goes,
Yeah.
he's crying because he knows this is the last time he'll ever be hired again.
He knows it's his last gig, let's be honest.
Like Drew
The man
Starkey and
can't
Madeline Klein.
act.
No, Drew Starkey and Madeline Klein smiling ear to
Booked
ear.
and
They're like,
busy.
thank God we get
Yeah.
like rid of this weird show that we were like tapped into
This
5 years ago.
this weird show.
Like, and then of
Yeah,
course
no.
Chase Stokes was
They have
sobbing.
better things to do. Drew Starkey, I think, is going to, and I need to post our 2026 predictions on the Snarkbait Pod Instagram because we have been thinking about them for a few days now. And I think that Drew Starkey is going to have a star turning 2026. I think that he is going to be in some serious prestige Oscar worthy drama. That's my prediction for him. I think that his girlfriend Odessa, there's a good chance Odessa Zion, there's a good chance that she is going to be nominated for an Oscar for her supporting role in Marty Supreme. I have not seen it yet, which I need to. Have you seen it yet?
I have not,
I haven't had
but
time, but I
speaking
really want to.
right, it's gotten really good reviews, but Sophie and I were sharing that Carter Gregory, and I've talked about him before on a DET.
God.
He's BFFs with like Harry Jowsey, with Kylie Jenner, with Stassi Baby, Victoria Villarella, or whatever. It was Carter, Stassi Baby, Odessa, and Drew Starkey in a TikTok, and we're like, oh, it started. And I understand why they're together because Odessa was in a film with Timothy Chalamet. Timothy is dating Kylie. Like, I get why they
Right.
were all on this TikTok, but they were in a bathroom. It was clear that they were probably doing, a little party favors,
Extracurriculars.
probably. And I just don't want Drew Starkey to be infiltrated by that group.
Drew and Odessa.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, no, please stop. Stay
Stay
away
away
from
from
them.
her.
Get a job.
Yeah.
Drew was giving like he was giving like maybe on ketamine in that video, allegedly.
He, like, his behavior on that video was a little startling.
Yeah, still love him, but yeah, I think that he is he's too good for Stassi Baby and Co. and Carter Gregory. And same with Odessa. I think that they can do better. They can be hanging out with, you know, I don't know, George Clooney.
Would you rather them hang out with Carter Gregory and Saucy Baby or Chase Stokes?
Oh my, they would never. You know what's funny is that like, even though Drew Starkey and him like were co-stars for 5 years, Drew would never hang out with him because Drew is like cool and fun and Chase is a loser.
No. No, like for real. Like when they were asked to be photographed, she was like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah,
He
like I'm
would,
good.
he doesn't want he doesn't want to be
He
photographed
doesn't
with
want to be
Chase
seen with
because
him.
he's so embarrassing. Like I don't
He's so
people
embarrassing.
that like Chase Stokes, honestly, low IQ. Like I don't understand how you
Low
don't see
IQ.
it. It's weird.
It's
He's
it's
really
weird.
bizarre and he acts not his age. He acts
Yep.
so weird he moves so weirdly on social media.
Yep.
You can be a fan of Outer Banks like Sophie and I are, and also not like their main guy, Chase
Art,
Stokes.
artist. We know how to separate them.
Bingo.
Okay, speaking of weirdos, I need to talk about Nick Viall and Natalie Joy and the latest controversial things that they've said on their podcast, The Viall Files. Did you see this drama that's making a stir?
Yes, everyone was tagging us on Instagram of this clip.
I hate them so much. I hate them. I can't like we have a podcast, okay, and we've definitely had like some, cringy foot and mouth moments, I'm sure. But the amount of times that they say something that blows up the internet because they are so out of touch and so insufferable and have no self-awareness, I just how is it possible to be this bad at podcasting?
I'm curious if they almost lean into it now to be rage baity and
Rage
get their
bait.
comments up because it's at this point it's like there's no way you could actually think this is like a kind normal thing to speak
I
out
think
loud.
they're actually this awful. Okay, so for background, you guys, Nick and Natalie bought Nick's parents' lake house in Wisconsin and bought it from them and was like, you know what? I am going to pay to gut renovate it. And you guys can obviously still live here, but I'm going to buy it and pay for all of the renovations. Literally gut renovated it. So it's like an LA, like modern, soulless, whatever, instead of like a cozy lake house, like I'm sure it was before.
Like a barn door situation, a slider.
Oh my God, I hate, not the barn, not the modern farmhouse.
Disgusting.
Okay, so Nick's parents still live there full time in what Nick describes as a very nice section of the house so that they can maintain the house for them, even though Nick and Natalie see it as their vacation home that they own now. So it sounds like Nick and Natalie have like the primary suite and the main part of the house. And he put his parents in some, other
Casita.
area of the house. Yeah, the casita. Yeah, no, literally, that's what it sounds like when they were talking about this on the podcast. So Nick and Natalie offered to host Christmas at this lake house and invited Nick's 10 siblings and their kids. Obviously, some didn't come, but a lot of them showed up. And he was complaining on the podcast that all of the siblings are acting like it's still their parents' house and it's still their family home and not his house. He said, "This is my house." He said that on the podcast. Uh, and you think that he basically was saying, they were making themselves a little too comfortable. This is my house now. You would think that like they were, I don't know, leaving trash everywhere, trashing the house, clogging the toilets. I don't know, like doing something really disrespectful, leaving dirty clothes on the floor. Their example of how his siblings were too comfortable was that Nick would be cooking just for Natalie and River, and the siblings assumed they were being cooked for too. Yeah, because you're hosting them. What do you mean you're not cooking for them? Also, you are hosting them. It's your house. How dare they assume that you are going to cook for them? You're hosting them. It's your house. Where else are they supposed to get food?
People that aren't good hosts and hostesses, it makes me side eye you. Like you were inviting
Yep.
people into your home. Like there's one thing to be a guest and there's one thing to be a host. If you're a host, you better pull out all the stops. You better
Yep.
believe that you should be like feeding everyone and doing all that.
Yes. Oh my God. I would never dream of cooking for just myself and Henry or something, and then having guests and not offering them food or not cooking for them or not saying, "What can I get you?"
Yeah. I mean,
And they're
he's
acting like
insufferable.
they're a burden, the people that they invited to stay with them. So is it like your parents' family home or is it your house? Because he's saying it's my house now. But I think part of him is like, well, this is the family house, so you can fix yourself something, you know? Like, which one is it, Nick? Which
Do you
one?
do you remember when he gifted his mom the lake house and he did this whole
Yeah.
spectacle on TikTok, and it felt almost like, yeah, you're doing something really nice for your parents, but this is actually really about you, so you can flex that you were able to buy back this property that was once owned in your family years ago, and now you can flex to the whole internet. I gave my mom my dream because I'm pursuing my dreams and I'm able to afford so many houses. One in Wisconsin, one in LA. I'm so wealthy, and like it was such a self-interested TikTok. It
Yeah.
was less about him gifting it and more about like, look what I'm doing.
Yeah. He's like literally doing it for clout.
Yes,
If he was actually doing something kind, he wouldn't need to broadcast it, obviously.
100%.
Oh my God, imagine being one of his siblings. That must be fucking insufferable to deal with. So, Natalie says that they woke up on Christmas morning and she was disappointed because her Christmases growing up were opening presents and having a big breakfast. And you guys know, I don't celebrate Christmas. I've never celebrated Christmas. Christy, like, what is your Christmas morning tradition?
We don't really have like traditions. It's more so about celebrating with my extended family on Christmas Eve.
Uh-huh.
Like Christmas Eve in my family was always the bigger deal because it was the
Yeah.
entire family gathering at someone's home in LA and all that. Like ours were never super traditional, but we're
Uh-huh.
also like Asian. So I don't know. Like maybe it's just because we're Asian
And you
or what
don't
it
like
is.
consider yourself super religious or
Yeah,
anything.
my family is we never went to church growing up, so it wasn't like really a big
Yeah.
deal. But I understand for some families, like if you grew up with these big boisterous traditions, like
Yeah.
it feels nice to maybe recreate those when you start your own
Totally.
family.
Totally. You guys, I don't think I've ever been more excited about a sponsor. As you all know by now, neither of us are the best cooks. Part of that for me is that I hate how long cleanup can take. But that's why I'm obsessed with Caraway and now making it my 2026 resolution to cook more at home with my new Caraway cookware set.
I've heard such good things about Caraway pots and pans. They're non-toxic, easy to wash, high quality, and they have over 100,000 five-star reviews. So many of my friends say they prefer Caraway over that other popular cookware, you know the one. But for real, guys, my brother-in-law and sister used it the entire holiday break, and they said, and I quote, "What a pleasure it was to cook with Caraway." They said that the best part was how fast and easy it was to clean up. They already bought their own set.
Wow. And that's an endorsement that I would want. And honestly, you guys, like, I understand the hype. I love knowing every one of their items is made with non toxic coating, free from forever chemicals, third party tested, and they're just amazing to use and make cleanup so much easier. So, 2026 chef status, here I come.
Caraway's cookware set is a favorite for a reason, and it can save you up to $190 versus buying the items individually. Plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/snark, you can take an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/snark or use the code SNARK at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic kitchenware made modern.
This episode of Snarkbait is brought to you by Wildgrain. Wildgrain is the first bake from frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, and fresh pastas. Plus, all items conveniently bake in 25 minutes or less. Unlike so many store-bought options, Wildgrain uses simple ingredients you can actually pronounce and a slow fermentation process that can be easier on your belly and richer in nutrients and antioxidants. There's no preservatives, no shortcuts. Plus, their boxes are fully customizable. In addition to their variety box, they have a gluten-free box, vegan box, and a new protein box. I loved every single thing I received in my first box, and so did Henry, from frozen chocolate croissants, classic croissants, and chocolate chip cookie dough that was so easy to bake and so delicious. Literally, you just throw them in the freezer, then bake them when you're ready, to incredible sourdough and rosemary focaccia that we buttered right up with the fresh butter they sent with it too, mind you. Wild grain has made our life more delicious and easier in so many ways. It literally tasted like I was up all night kneading dough and churning butter. I'm not kidding. It was so fresh. I'm telling you, the chocolate chip cookies were like the best we've ever had, not exaggerating. And fresh chocolate croissants or pain au chocolat, depending on who you ask, were such a crowd pleaser when we had friends over for brunch. There's nothing like having an artisan bakery in your freezer to chase away the winter chill. Now is the time to stay in and enjoy comforting homemade meals with Wildgrain. I highly recommend giving Wildgrain a try. Right now, Wildgrain is offering our listeners $30 off your first box, plus free croissants for life when you go to wildgrain.com/snark to start your subscription today. That's $30 off your first box and free croissants for life when you visit wildgrain.com/snark. Or you can use promo code SNARK at checkout. So Natalie says that instead of having this, big thing where it was like a big breakfast and opening presents, people wanted to go to church and then open presents later. They wanted to go to church because it's Christmas and they're religious. Nick's
Yeah.
family was so religious that they didn't use birth control and they had
50
11
million
kids.
Yeah.
Like, that's who they are. They're religious. And also, like, if you wanted there to be a big breakfast, why didn't you make one? You're the host. It's your house.
Or hire
It's
someone.
your house. Or hire, you guys can afford to get a fucking caterer. Hire someone. So then in terms of breakfast, they wanted scrambled eggs. Natalie goes, scrambled eggs? That's what you guys want?
As opposed to what? You
As
big
opposed to
bitch?
what, Natalie? And you're not cooking, even though this is your fucking house. I cannot. I actually can't wrap my head around this. So she said that Nick saved the day by making pancakes. So all was right in the world. She's literally a child.
Well, I mean, she is, though. Let's think about her age. Yeah.
She is a child. She's 27.
Crazy.
Nick is in his 40s. But she thought the grown-ups were going to handle Christmas morning, even though she was hosting. And like her and Nick love to remind the siblings that it's their house now. It's not the parents' house. It's not the family home anymore. It is their house. So you're hosting. If you want Christmas morning to be this magical thing, who do you think is going to make that happen?
You have to create that. You have to invent that for your children. Oh my God, I literally cannot stand her. Both of them and him, obviously. Their smug ass faces, always just like kind of smirking at the camera anytime they're talking shit about his family on air for their millions of listeners. Like, if I were his parents, I would not want to hang out with her ever again.
Oh my God, I would not be surprised if any of his in-laws and the other siblings don't want to hang out with him ever again. And then she'll complain about that in a future podcast. Like, can you imagine, like, me complaining about my in-laws, Henry's parents or Henry's siblings on our public fucking podcast, which right now, hopefully not forever, has much less of a listener base than the Viall Files. Like, that's an insane thing to do. That's insane.
That's insane right now.
That's insane right now.
Anyone that makes their family issues public knowledge, I do not respect you anymore. Like, I think it's the tackiest thing to go on TikTok, podcast, whatever it may be, and air out your family's dirty laundry. That is for your family, the confines within the four walls of your home. Do not make it anyone else's business. It doesn't matter how messy it gets. Like, keep that between your close family and friends. Do not make it public rhetoric to be discussed online, which it is now. Like, it's just humiliating for Nick's family.
It really is. And they were recording actually this episode with Tyler Cameron and his girlfriend, Tate Madden, I believe is her last name. And Tyler, I guess, like the holiday season, he had mentioned how the holiday seasons are hard for him now since he lost his mom. And I think that his dad is sick.
Oh, no.
So imagine him listening to this, listening to Natalie complaining about people wanting scrambled eggs and people wanting to go to church.
Yeah, it's completely, well, it goes back to them being one tone deaf and lacking self-awareness. When you have people in the room who have lost their parents, which is like so devastating. I'd imagine holidays for people who have lost loved ones, especially parents or children even, are so difficult to even like fathom celebrating yet another holiday without that person. And then to go on and yap about how you couldn't believe no one cooked you pancakes for breakfast. Get a life. You're disgusting.
When you're fucking hosting, Natalie. She's hosting.
Like, I get not liking cooking, then hire someone because you guys have exorbitant amount of money.
Hire someone. Also, Nick, she even says, like, Nick is the cook in the family. Nick cooks for me and River. So that's what she was saying. She was like, so Nick was cooking for me and River because that's what he does. He cooks for us.
I heard that.
And then she goes, and then everyone starts to trickle upstairs to the kitchen. It's like, why are you complaining about your guests coming to the kitchen? They're hungry. You're cooking in the kitchen. Why would you expect them to not eat or not want food? Yeah, obviously you should be cooking for your guests. That's what pisses me off. If they were still treating it like his parents' house, the family home, then I would expect him to be like, I would understand for him to be like, you guys, like, you can make your own food. We're at mom and dad's house. Like, we don't need to cook for all of you. You can, everyone's responsible for themselves. But he has made it very clear and said this in the same episode that it's their house now.
Right.
So why is that crazy for people to expect that their hosts would cook for? I don't know, you guys. This is fucking insane. It drives me insane. They're so horrific. I cannot believe it. And even like you said, the videos of them looking so smug.
They're always looking smug and they're always like I hate them. I hate
And
them.
Nick's always, I know that like every time we mention, like people are very sensitive about how they talk about his speech because I think part of it is because of an impediment, which I understand. But I think the way that he is often just appears high and like just completely out of it on the podcast. Like,
It's
I don't know how
unprofessional.
it's unprofessional. I don't
No,
want
it's
to say that he's out
unprofessional.
of I think that he's fully there, but he clearly, I mean, he's been open about how he likes to be high when he records. But that
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
help. That doesn't help him being communicating clearly, you know?
No, absolutely. And if advertisers are paying to put their ad on your shows, they don't want you mumbling shit. I don't know. I don't find that to be very professional at all. As professional podcasters
As
ourselves, I can make this.
professional podcasters.
Yeah.
He always has one leg crossed. He's always either wearing like slippers, like Ugg slippers, or cowboy boots. There's no in between.
Why the cowboy boots? Don't they live in LA?
He loves because Natalie's from Georgia, so he's Southern now.
Okay, enough about these two. I can't stand them. If you guys are listening to Viall Files, stop it. Just stop it. Make it your 2026 resolution to stop listening to them and
You're
giving
a
them downloads.
masochist. You are a masochist if you listen to Viall Files at this point.
Yeah, don't support someone who doesn't want to host their own family for Christmas and berates their guests for dare like God forbid wanting pancakes for breakfast on Christmas morning. Twat.
God forbid.
Okay, I want to talk about the St. Bart's trip. Alix Earle and Tom Brady, of course, we're going to get to that. But Alix Earle on TikTok said that she wasn't planning on doing anything for New Year's. She was feeling very down and out on the Braxton Berrios breakup. And then she said on her TikTok, I got invited last minute to this trip in St. Bart's, and I'm going to go with one of my girlfriends. She is with, let's first talk about the attendees, okay? Kelly Teller, Nina Dobrev, Michelle Randolph, who is now clearly dating Glenn Powell,
Mhm.
Alix Earle. I have to say it, I absolutely love Kelly Teller's Instagram. There's something so fabulous and fascinating about her, while at the same time incredibly dark-sided.
Yeah.
I watched this clip of, I think Miles was on Theo Vaughn, and he said, the day I met Kelly, we have never spent like a single day apart. She goes with me like on location when I'm filming. She's there for photo shoots. She's there on film sets. Like she's literally a professional. It's like a wag for an
Wag.
actor.
Actor wag.
Yeah, she's an official actor wag, and she makes it her entire personality to showcase their fabulous life, like the hotels that they stay in, the yachts that they're on, how he gifted her wedding dress that unfortunately burned in the fire, in the Palisades fire. She has such a fabulous life, but I find that her content is often a little bit disconcerting. I felt really odd when she was super close with Taylor Swift. She even was her guest for I think it was 2024 Golden Globes.
Yeah.
And she always seems to be under the influence of something. She always kind of seems a little bit like dazed, confused. There were some allegations that her and Taylor are no longer friends because she was kind of outing Taylor's secrets. And Taylor keeps her circle incredibly close. So if Kelly was kind of going against that and telling people all about Taylor, Taylor was not having it.
Yeah.
Cut from that friend group. Miles gets incredibly agitated whenever asked about whether he and Kelly are invited to Taylor and Travis's wedding. He kind of skirts the subject because it's clear that they had some kind of falling out. But ever since then, she's always seemingly under the influence. She's always cozying up to like the next hot thing, who is now Nina Dobrev, post ending her engagement with Shaun White. And now they're latching themselves onto Alix Earle. And people are speculating that this whole St. Bart's trip is just a big yachting experience. Because if you guys read Crazy Days and Nights, Nina Dobrev is infamously known for being a yacht girl. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically like a very, very high paid escort, allegedly.
Hmm.
Do you think, Sophie, first, that Alix Earle is yachting with
No.
Nina?
And we were texting about this. And yes, these are the things that Christy and I text about, like over the holidays. Other people enjoying time with their families. us saying, is Alix Earle a yacht girl? Um, no. First of all, she doesn't need the money. She makes enough money herself without having to do that because a lot of these yacht girls are obviously in it for the lifestyle and the money, and she is able to provide that for herself. She does well enough on social media. I think that she is a really good social climber. And I think that Braxton was not, I think was holding her back from her fullest potential. And I think she realized that. And
Yes.
she's smart. I think that she has like a Kardashian level like instinct when it comes to chasing clout and chasing fame. Like I think she knew what she had to do. She was like, yeah, Tom Brady, the most famous guy here. I can get any guy I want. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, and I think there is so much parasocial relationships being exhibited on TikTok. If you go to her Instagram, there are so many people saying, "Alex, stay away from Nina. Alex, stay away from Kelly. Alex, how could you even go like be all over Tom? I thought you were super sad about Braxton." It's like, listen, the girl is like mid. She's very very young. She should be
Yeah.
out there like hooking up. Like,
Oh my God. She should be living. She's young, hot, beautiful, and rich. Like, what do you want her to do? Sit at home crying over Braxton? All of the comments, I saw that on her latest TikTok. People are like, wow, I'm Team Braxton
I know.
now.
It's like
Why?
there was clearly a reason she decided to dump him. And in fact, I'm actually so happy she decided to, not because I think he has dark energy, which I joke about. I don't think he's
He
necessarily
does.
I don't like, people were saying they went to high school with him. A couple girls in our DMs were like, he was actually really nice. He just has very low IQ. Like he's like hollow head. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
there's like just two marbles
Yeah.
like
Like he's
swirling
just
around in there.
not very bright. And I think
Yeah.
Alex is a very bright girl. I think brighter than all of us give her credit for. But in any case, I think she knew the trajectory of her career. She knew
Yeah.
that like there's only one time in my life where I can be this free, this much of an it girl, have this much money attached to me. Like, why would I not do this by myself? And I think it's
Yeah.
truly a testament to like a lot of women would not do that. I think that they would stay in this relationship with a man who does earn a lot of money, maybe not as
Yep.
much as her, but earns a shit ton of money. She could have just coasted this relationship through marriage, and I'm really happy that she decided to break away to be in it for herself. And if you're
Yeah.
gonna fuck anyone after you're gonna fuck Braxton Berrios, it better be the GOAT in the entire sport. Tom fucking
Right.
Brady.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I know he's old, okay?
We get that
He's
he has
really
daughters like that could be
we
closer to Alex's age than
yeah,
his.
we get it. He's not even like that. He's way older than Alex. He's not old. He's 48. He's not actually old. He's just, twice her age. But he's still got it. Like he's hot. He was just playing football up until like a couple of years ago. He's the greatest of all time. He's always been had model good looks, honestly.
So
Like
hot. Yeah.
I'm sorry, like I think that they are in each other's league. Like there's not one of them where I'm like, wow, you could do better. Like, yeah, is it kind of gross that Tom Brady is like hooking up with someone half his age? Yeah. But like also, if Tom Brady approached you at a bar, would you say no?
Right. Right. I am so here for this partnership. And even if it was for one night or they actually could go the distance and be in a relationship, I wouldn't take it that far. But she's having fun. She's doing exactly what you need to do
Uh-huh.
to get over a breakup, to go for like Braxton Berrios times like a million. Like they're not even in the same league anymore. Alex Earl is a full-fledged celebrity. I think, dare I say, you bring up the Kardashians, she is literally as big as the Kardashians, like today.
Yeah.
Like
No,
her
I think she is
influence is
too.
so powerful right now. She needs to
Yeah.
do whatever it takes to get more money, hook up with the hottest guy in the entire sport, the most powerful man in like one of the most powerful men in the country. Good for you, Alex Earl. Like I'm here for it. I
Yeah.
I find her relationship with Kelly Teller to be a little nefarious though.
Kelly Teller just seems like I don't, this sounds really mean, but kind of like a leech. Like I think with the
Yes,
Taylor Swift thing, it felt
million
like she
percent.
was a leech. And I think with her husband, and it seems like they have a very happy relationship and happy, healthy, that's all that matters. But the fact that all she does is kind of follow him around doesn't seem to have any sort of interests or hobbies of her own, other than, like you said, kind of being this professional wife on Instagram with yachts and designer
Mhm.
clothes or whatever it is. Uh, she's so like clout chasey to me, I
Oh,
think.
1,000,000%. And she leash is the perfect way to describe her. She's always hanging on to the person who she knows will get her good press. Her
Yeah.
and Nina are best friends now, but she's would she have been as good of friends with Nina if she were still in a relationship with Shaun White. No, Shaun White and Nina broke up. Everyone knew that Shaun was cheating on her. That was all the blind items could ever talk about. She's latching herself onto the newest it girl. She knows exactly what she's doing, and I guarantee in a couple months it's not going to be Nina. It's going to be someone else. Maybe it's going to be Alix Earle. Who knows? And I saw that Alix Earle was even hawking Kelly Teller's new pajama line on her TikTok. For Kelly Teller, that is the best press and marketing you could have for your new brand is have it on Alix Earle's body, wearing your PJs like
Yeah.
for free.
Instant sellout.
Yes, absolutely. It's like whatever Alix Earle is wearing, I bet you
It's
it's
gonna
already
sell
sold out.
out. Yeah.
Yes. So maybe it was Kelly Teller that invited Alix Earle on this trip just so she could hawk her pajama line. This is obviously just pure speculation, but it would be in a very good benefit for Kelly Teller to have her wearing that. So, and Alix Earle saying that it was a last minute trip, like I'm very confused on how this trip came to be for her because it seemed last minute, but we'll never know.
A last minute trip. Kelly Teller was like, "You must join us in St. Bart's."
I don't know. Who would you rather hang out with, Nina or Kelly?
Nina.
Me too.
Because Nina at least has like acted before. She has some sort of like, I know it's been a while since she's been in anything, but she like seems to have had a passion at one point. What is Kelly Teller's passion? Polyester pajamas?
And you may be freezing, but at least it's flammable. Like I don't know. And
Yep.
Nina has a hustle to her. She was on Degrassi, shout out one of my favorite shows growing up. We don't
Oh my
talk
God, I
about
didn't
that
even know
show.
that. Is she Canadian?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if she's
Oh,
Canadian, but she was on that show.
wow, didn't know that.
So, she's had a hustle mentality since at a very young
And
age. She went
even
on,
now,
yeah,
in her current career of allegedly yachting, she is the it girl when it comes to that.
she kind of gives me a bit of Miranda Kerr energy. Like what Miranda Kerr was,
Ooh,
and now she's married to Evan Spiegel, who's the CEO of
yeah,
Snapchat.
get
Kelly, I
that
mean,
bag.
yeah, Nina's kind of becoming a bit of a Miranda Kerr. And my
I'm
God, she's
rooting for
beautiful.
Nina.
She's
I'm rooting for
beautiful.
Nina. She's so stunning. Rooting for her to find the next tech billionaire that needs a hot wife.
Who's on our docket to pair Nina with? Who would it be? Let me
What?
think.
I don't think we know them yet. Like I feel like the new hot tech billionaire is probably still working on their app.
It's the newest AI model that, like the
Oh,
newest language
Altman.
learning
What about
model.
ChatGPT? Sam
Sam
Altman?
Altman.
Is he single?
I feel like he's married.
He probably is married, actually. Yeah, he's married. He
Yeah.
got married. Oh, wait, he's married to a man. He's gay. Okay, sorry.
Oh,
I completely had no idea.
oh, me either.
Um,
Okay. Well, cool. Good for him.
okay, so not Sam Altman. Let's brainstorm. Let us know, you guys. Who
Let
do you
us
think?
know. Yeah.
And
What
also, like, while you're at it, like, what upcoming tech billionaire should Christy date?
You guys know, I've been like I'm single, I'm available, and if you have any brothers, friends,
Brothers, brother-in-laws,
I'm
friends,
putting that out. Thank you for putting that
boyfriends,
out for me.
friends, husbands,
Yeah.
friends. Let us know,
Email
you
me,
guys.
Christy
Yeah,
at
get in touch.
snarkbatepod.com.
Thank you, Henry. Henry finally created individual emails for us. Uh, that is, finally doing some work around here. Pulling his weight.
If you want brand partnerships, Rachel at snarkbatepod.com, Christy at
Yeah.
snarkbatepod.com, Sophie at snarkbatepod.com. And if you want general inquiries, contact at snarkbatepod.com.
Yep.
But no, Henry and I, we love to talk shop. We talk about this all the
Yep.
time.
Actually, Henry and Chrissy are meeting after we record, and I'm at my in-laws right now, and I'm like, okay, you guys meet. I'm gonna go like get a snack downstairs when we're done.
Yeah. No,
I
because
love when he earns his keep though. He's like, yeah, I'll do the emails.
no, totally. Like me and Sophie were, doing some admin stuff ahead of this recording. I go, oh my God, he's calling me right now. He's calling.
He
She goes,
was calling Christy.
she goes, pick it up. What does he want?
He
She
was
goes,
calling Chrissy. I'm literally in the same house as him. Like, why didn't he just like come over here? He's calling
oh my God,
Christy.
he's calling me. He's calling. Do I put it on speaker? I'll put it on speaker.
I love when Christy and Henry have like an emotional affair.
No, it's so funny because Henry loves the tea too. Like
Yeah.
I'll be on a call with Sophie and he's like, well, just FaceTime Christy. Let's tell her in person.
I'm like, Henry, you don't even need to be part of this conversation, right? He just wants the tea.
He wants the tea. Just call her. No, just FaceTime her. Yeah. There's a lot of drama going on in Snark Bay Pod, you
Oh, you
guys.
guys don't. This is going to be a really, really, really good story one day that we're not ready to tell yet, but there's been a lot that's gone down.
It's our
I can't even.
documentary.
We always joke about like our future documentary, like call her Alex, like Alex.
What's it gonna be called?
I don't know. Like there's so much already. There's so much lore already.
Like I was sweating most of the break, you know?
Yeah, it was not a super relaxing break for us, but that's a story for another time.
Yeah.
I quickly want to talk about the Stranger Things finale,
Oh, you were getting
which
roasted on Instagram
okay,
at Snark Bay Pod.
but I'm not wrong. Okay, so I posted a roundup of tweets. I think that like objectively, season 5 and the finale, objectively in my opinion, were bad. Like everyone I know who watches it, none of us were satisfied by it. None of us enjoyed it. I was like actually bored to tears during the finale. And I thought this was just like a universal fact. And so I posted a roundup of Stranger Things opinions, mostly trashing the finale. And so many comments were like, you don't understand. Like, that's not a plot hole. That's just something that people don't care about. And it's like, well, I cared. I cared. Where did Vicky go? Where did Robin's girlfriend Vicky go? She was never mentioned in the 45. Spoiler alert, they kill the bad guy, who, by the way, is supposed to be this like omnipresent
Mm.
interdimensional villain, and they just like Winona Ryder just like kills him, like a bunch of like kids just like he cannot be shot, lit on fire, he survives everything. All he needed to do was be pushed into like a giant tooth, like a monster tooth, and yeah, that's it. And then he was like stabbed with an axe. That was it. But bullets don't do anything to him. There were just so many like things that just didn't make sense. It was like the laziest writing, the worst acting. I also said that the acting, I said this before, that the acting is not good this season, that many of the child actors grew up to be bad actors. Some of them are good.
What about Millie Bobby
Uh
Brown's lips?
Millie Bobby Brown's lips were like so distracting. She was at least better in the finale than Finn Wolfhard, who was just like so terrible in the finale. It was just like, in my opinion, it was objectively bad. So they kill the villain just very easily. It's just quickly. Then we're like, wait, there's 45 minutes left in the episode. It was to close out all of the character arcs, which by the way, everyone survived. The stakes were never high enough. Everyone survived. I'm like, wow, you guys fought this alien demon in another dimension, and none of you even have a scratch. They're like children, by the way.
I
Like
wish I could contribute to this conversation, guys. I just never watched a single episode of ST.
it's just sad because the show you would have loved the first season. Like the first season is very true detective-esque. It was like gritty and dark,
Yes.
and it was like the small town mystery. And that's what sucked everyone in. And then as the show got more popular and the budget ballooned, it turned into like Marvel Disney crap
No.
with just like special effects, and it got less scary. Like originally the upside down was like so scary, and then in season 5 they're just like running in and out like they're going to the mall.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it
I
was
hate
just so
that.
disappointing.
I find that with Netflix, with some of their TV shows, it'll have like one really good season and then just totally spiral out of control. I feel like they focus more on quantity versus quality sometimes. And I feel like there's just so many shows now being produced exclusively on Netflix. And I'm honestly very hard pressed to find like a very good one, a Netflix original.
Oh, there's a new Harlan Coben show out. You guys know I love anything Harlan Coben, the British thriller, is called Runaway on Netflix. Check it out. But yeah, I completely agree. And it's just funny because yeah, like every episode cost $50 million to make this
Yes.
season, but they couldn't afford like a good writer in the writer's room. Because
I
why was this the dialogue, the writing? The amount of times that one of the characters said, "We've got company." It's like so cliche. And there was also this part about Vecna, the villain, Henry, aka Vecna, who apparently went to high school with Hopper and Joyce, Winona Ryder and David Harbour's characters. That was never like, we're like, oh, they went to high school together. Like, what's the
yeah.
reveal going to be? Like, Henry and I were like, oh my God, I bet Vecna is Will and Jonathan's dad. Like, we were like coming up with like different theories as to why it was important to show that they went to high school together. It was
Never
never
close
mentioned.
never
And then
close
the
the loop.
Duffer brothers were asked in an interview, like, oh, did Joyce and Hopper ever realize that they went to high school with Henry, with Vecna? And one of the Hopper, or the, not the Hoppers, the Duffer brothers goes, yeah, probably. Like, I imagine off screen they realized it. What do you mean, probably? You're the writer for the show. Like, what do you mean? What? I'm so annoyed. And the fact that people are like, I thought it was so amazing and touching. Shut up.
The way that you're talking about this show, it reminds me of Lost. Remember Lost on
Yes, Lost went off the rails.
yes, I remember so many people were so upset about the I didn't watch it, but I remember in college all my roommates talking about it and being like, this is so infuriating, like fuck this. And I'm
Hmm.
trying to think of other shows that
Game
had
of Thrones.
okay, see, I didn't watch that show
Never
either.
watched never watched Game of Thrones, or I watched the first season of Lost and that's it. But Game of Thrones famously had like the worst final season ever that ruined the show's legacy and rewatchability. And people are saying that this is how they feel about Stranger Things now,
Yeah.
that it also botched the ending. No one wants to rewatch it now. Ruined its legacy. I don't know if it ruined its legacy, but I know that I won't be rewatching Stranger Things anytime soon because I know it doesn't, conclude in a satisfying way to me. I think that the fact that so many people were satisfied, I guess, in our comment section,
Right.
were satisfied because all of the characters lived and kind of got a happy ending, other than 11. Uh, to me, that's not what I want. I want like actual stakes and consequences.
Yeah.
Like someone has to die. I'm sorry, you have 50 main characters. All of them lived.
Yeah, I'm thinking of what was I gonna say? Like certain shows when they have like certain deaths, sometimes they make a lot of sense. Marissa Cooper in the OC didn't make sense. Rudy Pankow kind of made sense. I don't know. Like there's
Yeah.
certain things that you need to make sure, like you said, high stakes, higher consequences, some kind of death
Yeah.
to make it more feel like it's more realistic. Like La La Land, for instance.
Yeah.
I love it when a story ends in not the way usual movies are supposed to end.
Not a happy ending. Right.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love
exactly.
I love things like
Exactly.
that.
Totally. Okay, what's next, Christy?
Okay, I want to talk about Hailey Bieber's post on New Year's Eve. It's a picture of her and Justin. I believe it was 2015 New Year's Eve. He's kissing her. You
Mhm.
guys are familiar with this photo. It's like them on a party bus. Her like she's in shorts, her ass is
She's in
sticking
little
out.
jean shorts and she's like,
Yes, yes. And it's like a hot ass picture, but she posted this picture on her story with the caption 10 years and counting, heart emoji, middle finger emoji. And I think it must be said. I think that if anyone were to date Justin Bieber, it has to be, or married to Justin Bieber, it has to be Hailey Bieber. For all those Jelena stands out there, they were incredibly, incredibly toxic. I think that entire relationship, albeit they were much younger, was drug fueled, was emotionally intense. It was just not healthy, period. I think if anyone were to be with Justin to handle his intricacies and complexities and who shares the same faith as Justin, it's Hailey. I think they're great for one another. Do I
mhm.
think Justin will ever be happy with just one woman? Well, I think Justin will ever be happy with himself? No. And I feel like that's a part that people don't often think when they think about Justin Bieber. They're like, oh, no, Selena's the best for him. Oh, no, Selena's the best for him. Is Justin Bieber the best with himself? I think is the question we all need to be asking ourselves. But beyond that, I like them together. I like Hailey. I've really come around to her. This whole middle finger thing, it's so cringy. It almost like waters down, I feel like, the deepness that their relationship does have. It's more like, first of all, we know in November of 2017, Selena and Justin were riding bikes together in New
Yep.
York City right after she had broken up with The Weeknd. So you can't tell me you guys have been together for 10 consecutive
It
years.
wasn't 10 consecutive years. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it just, I don't know. And I feel like we have so many receipts and photo evidence because we've all been following Justin Bieber's relationship history since he came onto the scene in 2009. Like, don't insult our intelligence like that. Like, we know that he was with Selena 8 years ago. So
What
stop.
is with, like, I understand that Hailey Bieber and, her BFF Kendall Jenner are under a lot of scrutiny and get annoyed, but stop with the middle finger. What did we do to you?
You're right. That is so Kendall Jenner coded. Thank you for pointing that out.
But also, I understand that at the same time, Hailey Bieber has like these rabid Jelena stands constantly coming after her and hating on her. And like I said, she is like always constantly scrutinized. I'm sure that's frustrating, but like you said, I feel like just the middle finger as being part of this post takes away from the depth.
Yeah. Like, you guys have a lot to say about your relationship. You guys have gone through an incredible amount together. You share a child together. You've reached so many amazing milestones, but to put the middle finger up, it's almost like we're now less we're not going to take you seriously. Like, you're just
Yeah.
trying to show off the haters, and it's like the haters you should not even be giving attention to. Like Taylor Swift said, and
Yes.
we try and embody this in our normal day to day. Your time and your energy is very expensive. So if you read
Hmm.
a bad comment about yourself, your energy is automatically going to go a little bit lower. Like, it'll deplete
Yeah.
you. a little bit more each and every day, each and every hour. Like, do not even give these people the time of day, Hailey. Look at your
Yeah.
life. You sold to Elf for $1 billion. You have a child with this man now. We
Yeah.
see you guys are doing great. So don't try and prove anything to us. It's just, I don't know. It feels very off brand for her because Hailey Bieber does such a good job, and I think this is why she's had so much longevity in her career over the last 10 years, because she typically
Hmm.
doesn't address haters.
She ignores the haters, and
Yes.
now it's like she's pandering to them,
Which is
which
like,
I think is always
why?
a bad strategy.
At this
Right.
point in your life, you should have done it like 8 years ago.
Right.
Right? Like, I don't know. I felt it was a little bit cheap of her to do that. I still really like her, but it was kind of like, huh,
Yeah.
was that necessary?
Yeah, I agree. Huh.
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 Couple questions. Okay. The last thing I want to quickly touch on, just for a moment here, Ashley Tisdale has written on her blog, uh, this blog post titled
Wait,
"Your."
first of all, I love how you read Ashley Tisdale's blog.
No, no. Are you kidding? No, I don't.
Like everyone is spending time with their families. Christy is trying to decipher if Alix Earle is a yacht girl and reading
Yes.
Ashley Tisdale's blog.
No, I will never forget when you're like, I was gonna post something on Thanksgiving Day on the story, but then I realized everyone's gonna be like, spend time with your family, Sophie.
Yeah,
Quit posting.
exactly.
Like, that's me.
Literally, it
But
was like Thanksgiving dinner. I was
no,
like, oh my
literally,
God, look what Ariel Charnas did.
Miss Mo was running around. I was on Ashley Tisdale's blog scrolling. I was like, huh, taking screenshots of her with like Mandy Moore and Hillary Duff.
It's like the movie Click. Like our
Yes.
lives are passing us by because all we're doing is like reading Ashley Tisdale's blog.
AshleyTisdaleFrench.com. She has this blog and it's titled You're Allowed to Leave Your Mom Group. And she talks about how there was a noticeable dynamic shift between her and the other moms. And I think when you have a child, I've just seen it with my sister, you
Mhm.
garner a lot of community with other women who have
Yeah.
children your child's
Mom
age.
friends. Yeah.
Yes, you can talk
Like
about
from their
sleep pattern.
school or
Yes,
daycare. Yeah.
daycare, from your neonatal group, whatever. So I think there's something really special in gathering a bunch of moms together. And Ashley Tisdale says, yes, it was very beneficial for me in the early years of my child being born. However, I noticed incredibly dynamic, incredibly toxic shifts in the group dynamic. She said that at first, I noticed that some people wouldn't be invited to these little, parties, to these events. Then I noticed that some people would be excluded from certain text threads. And then I started to notice, they're all hanging out with me and I'm not invited. And she said that it's a true practice and self-love to leave these toxic mom groups, because it not only sets boundaries for yourself, but it shows your child, hey, if you don't feel like if you don't feel well in these groups, you can step away and it's healthy in the
Mhm.
in the name of self-love. And people, of course, were like, yeah, that's a normal thing to like post and maybe talk about. But they noticed that the mom group she probably was speaking about included Megan Trainor, Hillary Duff, Mandy Moore. All queens in my eyes, okay?
Megan Trainor. You like Megan Trainor?
You know what? Back in like 2019, she had a couple
Yes.
of
Bobs.
bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
she's kind of like on Ozempic and she looks a little different. And
She looks, yeah.
isn't she married to that Spy Kids guy? Did I make
Yeah,
that up?
she's married to the Spy Kid, yeah.
And they
And
love to
they've
talk
talked
about their
about like
sex life.
pooping in front of each other and stuff like
It's
that. Yeah.
so as of late, I've become less of a Megan Trainor stan myself.
Yep. Yep.
But I remember she had the song "Dear My Dear Future Husband Is a
Yep.
Few." I love that one. So
Hmm.
maybe Megan Trainor not necessarily a queen. Mandy Moore, Hillary Duff, queens. And I feel like
Yeah.
they're genuinely nice people. They've had such success over decades in the industry. Ashley Tisdale, I know you have a bit of like a third degree separation. She doesn't seem that nice to me. So then I am, I keep myself up at night wondering, is Ashley Tisdale the problem? What do you think?
That's how you've spent your past few weeks.
Yep, Audrey's feeding Miss Mo. I'm over here on Tisdale's blog.
You were at your friend's wedding.
Yep.
You were like, is Ashley Tisdale the problem?
Yeah. And it's like that
Yeah,
one
no.
meme of like the calculations.
No, like I feel like she like kind of is. I remember when she was on Watch What Happens Live, and I know we like don't know her. Again, like my connection to her is I don't want to like say it to like dox anyone, but
No,
I know her
totally.
tangentially. And so yeah, I mean, on Watch What Happens Live, when she was asked about Vanessa Hudgens, and obviously they had a falling out, which we talked about on our Patreon episode about Ashley and Vanessa and Zac Efron's throuple situation, love triangle. She had like such an awkward, uncomfortable answer. Like she just seems like a not a fun chick to be around. But again, it's like we don't know her personally. So, like, who
Right.
knows what she's really like? But yeah, I think that maybe it's like you're the problem here.
And for her to publicly call out this mom group that is so quote unquote infamous or well known because they do post often together, these groups of moms.
Yeah.
It's like you know what you're doing when you call this out like on your official Ashley Tisdale Frenchblog.com. Like you know exactly what you're doing. You know this is going to cause a lot of speculation about people wondering, are Mandy and Hillary the mean girls? Like you
Like
know what you're doing.
she's trying to start drama. Yeah, she knows what
Yeah.
she's doing. And she's, yeah. Yeah. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with removing yourself from a friend group that you view as toxic. But I think, yeah, airing this out and painting herself potentially as the victim when that might not be the case is an interesting choice.
Yeah. And I think women that flush through different friend groups often always gives me a little bit of pause, a big question mark, a big side eye, one eyebrow raised. I'm like, why can't you keep groups of friends?
Well, I know some people don't like thrive in friend groups and have like one-on-one friendships instead. I
Oh
think
yeah.
that's very normal. I think, and I've also, there's always discourse about it's a red flag if someone doesn't have any childhood friends left, which I luckily do. I know you do too. Like, we're both very close to
Hmm.
many of our childhood friends, but some people just like don't have good experiences in childhood. So it like depends on the person, I think. I don't want anyone listening to this be like, I don't have a huge friend group or childhood friends, so I'm a bad person. Like, I think with Ashley Tisdale, it's a red flag.
Oh, absolutely. It's all the contextual, what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. Don't want
sh
to generalize, but yeah,
no,
Ashley Tisdale, I think bad vibes,
yeah, she
dark
just seems,
energy.
yeah, and I just really like Mandy and Hillary, so, and Megan Trainor a la
Didn't
2017.
didn't Hillary also have a falling out with her sister Hailey Duff?
That could be a whole episode in and of itself,
Yeah, I
Sophie.
feel like we need to dig into that also.
From what I've heard, just very top line, they have incredibly different political beliefs. And with Hillary being very left leaning and
Yep.
Haley being very right leaning. And I think that's caused some divide between their families as well.
Ooh, yeah, guys, this needs to be a Patreon episode. Let's add
Yeah.
it to the list. Okay, should we get into our DEOs and LEOs?
Yes. Okay. My dark energy object, just in the spirit of just having traveled to Boston and back, when you zip up all of your luggage, like you sit on it, you're zipping it, you're
Yep.
sweating, and then you realize, oh my God, I forgot that one thing. And I need to actually reopen the bag and do it all over again. Do you know how painful that is emotionally and mentally
Yep.
to have to reopen that bag?
Yep.
It's it's tiring. It's like soul crushing almost, you know?
How about having to do it at the airport bag check because your bag weighs more than 50 pounds? Because I had to do that on the way to Turks.
No.
Yep. But
Anything involving luggage is so triggering.
it's so triggering. Anything like involving travel, period. It was honestly a quick fix, though, luckily. We just grabbed a few things out, put them in our carry-ons, and like it was completely fine. But the process of having to unzip, you're exposed in front of everyone. You have like your thong sitting there. Uh, it's a humiliation ritual at
No,
the
it
airport.
totally is.
It really is. Okay, so my dark energy object of the week is people who post videos or film themselves making out with their partners. I noticed this more because it was just New Year's Eve. We're recording on Friday, January 2nd. So happy New Year, everyone, if we didn't already say that. I think we did, but
You know, I don't have the
we're
time,
saying it
energy.
again.
Yeah, I don't have the time, energy, or capacity to even
Well, also
go that far back.
by the time everyone's listening to this, it's like we're over it. But happy New Year on January 2nd. Anyway, I noticed this more on New Year's because all of those people like Danielle Bernstein, I noticed, did not post a video of her and her fiance Mini Coop making out, and there is speculation that maybe
Stop.
there's trouble in paradise or the
Stop
wedding
it.
was potentially pushed back because she has
Shut
been
up.
quiet about all wedding planning. And yeah, so
Can I just
I
call it a
noticed
baby
that.
snark? When you posted our roundup and Danielle Bernstein was the first pick on the carousel at SnarkBabePod on Instagram, if you guys don't already follow, a baby snark commented, thought I was in enemy territory. I thought I was still following Miss What. I was
Yeah.
LOLing.
Sorry for the jump scare. Sorry for the jump scare with Miss What. But she usually will post a making out photo, whether it's her current Mini Coop or her ex-boyfriend. Always. Emma Leger, who you guys know is my favorite influencer, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. It was a close-up video making out with her boyfriend. Why? No one needs to see that. No one wants to see that.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I feel like that is almost giving the same energy of someone that posts really long captions.
It's like yes, like you're over explaining like you're overcompensating.
Yes.
God, it's so gross. I just like I get grossed out by like maybe it's because I have what's it called? Misophonia. Misophonia, where I just hate mouth
Yes.
sounds. I hate chewing. I cannot watch mukbang videos. It makes me want to throw up. I just hate like mouths, other people's mouths. I don't want
Understandable.
to see you make out. Like that's disgusting.
It's a little bit too close for comfort. Like I think I'm good just watching, like a side by side of like a
Yeah.
smile or like a peck.
Yeah.
Like that's cute, but a full on makeout with tongue, I mean,
Yeah.
it's too
Peck
much.
Peck is totally fine, you guys, for the record. Make out, not fine. I will watch actors make out though. So
Oh my,
I need to
that's
call
showbiz,
out
baby.
that's showbiz. So I need to call out one of my light energy objects is Heated Rivalry, which I finally watched and I'm fucking obsessed. I posted about this on Instagram that I downloaded when I went to Turks. The first 5 episodes were available, so I downloaded them for the plane.
Not a
Multiple people
problem.
were like, not a problem whatsoever.
Not a problem.
Multiple people were like, how did you feel comfortable watching that on a plane? I was like, I don't know. I just put it on and I watched it. It's
Hey.
hot. It was hot. It was hot. So, I finished the 5 episodes. I go to watch the 6th episode, which is the finale, but because I was out of the country, I could not watch it. So I had to wait like 4 days to get back into the US and watch the finale, which I obviously watched as soon as I was back. It was so good, you guys. I'm obsessed. I totally understand the hype. The two lead actors were like incredible. Um, I cannot recommend it more. It completely lives up to the hype. It's on HBO Max or Crave if you're in Canada.
Love it. I have not yet watched it, but I know everyone's talking about it. It's the name on everyone's lips.
Yeah, it really is. It's like the show of the moment. Like
Yeah.
Stranger Things spent $50 million an episode just for everyone to be talking about Heated Rivalry instead, which spent like $5 an episode. They said there's one like there's like a smoothie place that's kind of like important to the plot, and those
Mhm.
actors said that they use just like cheap juice. They couldn't afford like real smoothies, so that's why the smoothies look so thin. They're just like juice or like water
Oh,
because the
wow.
budget was so low.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need a high dollar production to give a
Clearly,
kick-ass show.
clearly, yeah.
I'm obsessed with your LEO of the Kindle. I
Oh, guys,
I
I'm
think I've
finally
told you.
converted.
I think I've told
Yeah.
you to get a Kindle, haven't I?
Yes. Yes. I was
Yes.
so anti. I was like, I just love to hold like a book in my
I
hands.
love the feeling of the pages
I
beneath
love
my
the feeling of the
fingertips.
pages and
The
oh
spine
the
of the
the
book.
spine and the cover. Guys, fuck that. Literally fuck that. Like I got a Kindle for Hanukkah from Henry. And I realized it because we go to bed at like different time. Like I try to go to bed early like Henry, but he goes to bed like generally earlier than me. And I want to read. So I have like a little book light, but it always falls off. It's so annoying to
Yes.
use. It's just like so annoying. So I was like, I need a Kindle. Like I just want to read in bed with the lights off. Now I can. And I'm just like I'm completely converted. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed. It makes reading so much easier. It's making me put my phone down more, which again was
Yeah.
my one of my resolutions is to put my phone down more. Um, because it's just so convenient. It's so easy. You don't have to schlep around a big heavy book and like a fucking nightlight that like won't even stay on correctly. It makes my life so much easier. I actually am reading. I just started The Housemaid, which I have never
Okay.
read, but I was talking about how I wanted to read it before I saw the movie with Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney. And I have the physical book, but I literally bought it on Kindle because I was like, I don't want to read physical books anymore. I only want to read on Kindle.
Okay, well, my light energy object in parallel with that is the app Libby. So go to your local library, get a library card.
Yes.
Libby, you can download books directly to your Kindle. You get it for 2 weeks. And hack, if you haven't finished the book and you reach your 2 week mark, just put it on
Uh-huh.
airplane mode and you can complete the entire book. I have
Wow.
read probably I'm not. I used to be a way bigger reader, probably in 2022. Shout out to, I hate to say it, the Toast for kind of like influencing me to buy a Kindle. I probably read up to like 30 books, all for free on Libby. You just like look at any available book, it'll connect directly to your Kindle, and you don't have to pay a cent for any book. So if you guys are interested
Yep.
in that, get a library card, download the Libby app. It's very simple.
My sister loves Libby. Shout out Mandy. Nerd.
Love
Mandy
Mandy.
reads like 1,000 books a year, my sister.
Wow, that's amazing.
Not actually 1,000, but like basically.
No, I mean, like it's a great way to keep your phone down and keep your screen time low.
Yeah.
And it kind of reconnects you, it grounds you. So I think that's actually a really great resolution. Maybe you and I can both bake into 2026 is
Yeah.
read
Read
more
more.
and maybe for free on
More
Libby.
read, less phone.
Yes. And speaking of books, we are doing a Patreon episode on Travis Barker, Kourtney Kardashian, and Kim Kardashian tomorrow, January 7th. You guys, I rented Travis Barker's book on Libby. I am absolutely eating this memoir up. It is probably the juiciest, and I've read many celebrity memoirs in my time. Jessica Simpson, Marsha Brady from the Brady Bunch, Britney Spears. I've read so many. This is probably one of the juiciest ones. Travis's painkiller addiction, his sex addiction, how he was with women. I have absolutely zero doubt in my mind that him and Kim Kardashian have in fact hooked up, and we're definitely in a relationship pre-Kourtney.
Oh
I'm
my God,
willing to bet my life on it.
I am so excited for all the tea when we record this Patreon episode tomorrow. I'm
When I
so
tell
excited.
you my jaw was on the ground about so many of his sexcapades, like during the entire time when I was in Salem, I kept telling my friend, like, oh, and another thing Travis Barker did. She was like, her jaw was on the ground. She's like, that is absolutely disgusting. I'm like, another thing about Travis Barker. Guess what he did here?
Christy on a trip with her friends, reading about Travis Barker,
Like another
Barker's
thing.
sex life.
Yep. Yep. So Travis Barker's book, we're going to be talking about him, Kourtney, Kim on tomorrow's Patreon,
So
patreon.com
excited.
slash snarkbaitpod if you're interested. And it's like a light energy object, but also very dark because his
Yeah.
life is a roller coaster. And I respect him for like some parts of it, but the way that he treats women, man, is like, I've never heard anything like this before. What was that noise? Did you hear that?
No, what was that?
Oh, I think that was my computer. Sorry.
Oh,
Disregard.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, let me hear about yours.
Um, my last one is I talked about my aunt Linda's vintage thrift shop in Atlanta called Finds and Designs, and we actually had a comment when I talked about it that
Yes.
said, "Sophie, is Finds and Designs ATL on TikTok your aunt? Like this person follows
Oh.
Finds and Designs ATL, and I realized I didn't shout out her at. So everyone go follow Finds and Designs ATL on TikTok for my aunt Linda. She's not only like curating this amazing vintage store in Atlanta, but she is hilarious and just like a fun follow. So highly recommend. Tell her I sent you. And shout out to the Finds and Designs ATL fans that are also baby Starks. That's so funny that there's overlap. So just wanted to shout that out. And yeah, I think that's it for today.
Yeah, Linda's such a support. She's always on our Instagram commenting and like leaving
Yes.
sweet notes. So a fan of Snarkbait is I'm a fan of that person automatically. So
Yeah,
shout
and
out
just
to Linda.
Aunt Lindas are the best. I know we all have one.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, you guys know where to find us. We're at Snarkbait Pod on Instagram. I'm at Christy Noel __. Sophie is at Soph _ Ross. Live shows, LA 5:15, New York 6:12, Chicago 6:14, patreon.com/snarkbaitpod, youtube.com/at snarkbaitpod for full video episodes. And we will see you guys tomorrow on the Patreon or Thursday for a very fun deep dive. It's a male influencer, celebrity, host.
Yeah, he doesn't like fit into a box, but this one will be a really, really, really fun one for a lot of you. So I'm excited.
All right, we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye. Love ya.
Love ya.